I feel so broken heart. A new day will start. I feel so broken heart. A new day will start.
Stupid. Stupid. Stupid.
Hey, who you jack to get the candy from?
Yeah.
We didn't have nobody come to our house, so we got a whole bucket full of candy.
Shit. I mean, kids ain't like they used to be. You
They
know.
don't. Our street just be empty and shit. I mean, I know we got a reputation of not having candy because the block be locked. I mean, be black
House
as
be
hell.
black as fuck.
Yeah. But excuse me, this year we had hella candy and nobody came, so I brought it to the podcast.
Well, I gotta do what you
Well,
gotta
good
do. What's up, peoples? How y'all doing tonight?
Got 'em.
We back. Sorry about last week. You know, my motherfucking bad. Had a few things I needed to do. Tone, what's good?
Nothing. Chilling. Doing whatever. I'm itchy. I was
E,
manscaping.
E, what's up, bro? How you feeling?
I'm good.
You good?
Yep.
All that goddamn candy, you gonna get a motherfucking stomach ache.
Yeah, big deal.
Not him.
He
Not
got
him.
His gut ain't good, bro.
Yeah, well,
Where my other card go?
tomorrow at work, he be talking about, hey, listen, I gotta go. That's,
I got shit. I gotta
Listen.
go.
I gotta see you a little bit.
I gotta go.
I'm
I
gonna step
gotta
into
leave.
my office like the Fonz.
Well, you know, you got to do what you gotta do, bro.
Hold on, we take a whole week off and it's awkward as fuck. that's what I don't understand. The intro music was longer than I thought.
Damn.
For real. All it takes is a week off, man. I don't even know what's next.
Put the
Shit.
rhythm off,
Fuck.
Cowboys.
man. Now, what? Man, you didn't have to bring them niggas up.
Yeah, well, that's what we watching.
I know we watching them, but the shit is ridiculous. Our coach suck. And I know you ain't happy with Dak Prescott.
I think I'm gonna change teams.
You ain't changing teams.
Yeah, I think I am.
Patriots.
No, never that.
Tone, we can't do it, bro. I can't allow him to do that.
Damn.
That's simple as that, man. I have to shoot him. I have to kill him first.
Where's the
I
checks at?
think I want to be a Rams fan.
There you go.
They look,
I
they
would
look
have to
good.
kill him first.
What's their record though?
They look good.
8-1.
That
8-1?
That boy look good.
8-1.
Hey, you ain't gotta look at me mean like that.
The Saints got in that ass,
You
though.
said what they records said they the best.
Man,
The Saints
who you
got in
talking
their
to?
ass.
Who you talking
I
to?
know, huh? Saints got in their ass.
Mm-hmm.
Who you talking to? I don't watch none of this bullshit. I just pick the team. Don't ever argue with me about football with me. You tripping. You wasting your time.
That's a win already, Tone. You gonna win every time. The person arguing with you always gonna win because you don't know nothing about it.
I don't know shit.
Okay, so
Anyway,
let me go ahead and do this.
get
You
started,
sure?
bro. Get started.
'Cause
Wait,
y'all
finish
niggas-
up. Finish up
'cause
first.
y'all niggas don't know what y'all talking about.
Finish up first.
I'll let y'all take over the show. Y'all just
It wasn't even like
rambling and shit about bullshit.
Somebody
that. You brought
got,
on the
like-
candy
Tony talking
situation.
about shit he don't know nothing about.
I just said that.
That's what I'm
No
saying.
doubt, no doubt.
I just said that.
And you brought up the candy
so
shit.
I'm gonna
And
take
you
charge.
chewing like a fucking.
So
Go ahead,
I
professional.
gotta eat.
You, got... you gotta eat during the show.
Well, see, this is what we waiting for right there, Cal.
The listeners don't
Dude.
know what that y'all talking about.
Whoa!
Duke ain't gonna be. Look, there he is right there. That big mustard. That's a big motherfucker, boy. You mean to tell me he just got out of high school?
Damn.
That nigga 32 just got out of high school.
He stayed back.
He said 32.
Man, you see him?
Yeah, he's a big dude.
Damn. Anyway, so it's that time. Tomorrow's voting.
Yeah.
Everybody telling everybody go out and vote.
Yeah.
And
Mm-hmm.
we need to really make a
A statement. Shit.
Yeah,
I'm
we
sorry.
need
I'm
to
sorry.
go out
Okay.
there and make a
You might need to
statement
turn. You got to turn off ESPN.
of what.
You got. So we gotta make a statement against the
So yeah,
bullshit
we
that's
got to
going
really
on.
make a. We really got to make a. Yeah, you right statement. Whatever you said too, but they want everybody to come in there and make a big. What do you call it when everybody shows up? They want everybody to make a. Whatever it's called.
Hey, man.
Everybody get there. But what I'm saying is,
Yeah.
they're feeding us. I'm not gonna say feeding us. Everybody's telling us about how our vote makes a difference, right?
Yeah.
This year especially because we need.
We need the
I
house.
guess I'm speaking we like we all Democrats or whatever. We need to get back in the majority of the House and
Yeah.
stuff like that. And this would probably be the first year. And I'm gonna ask y'all, and I want y'all to be truthful.
Yeah.
Start with you, Tony.
Maybe.
Start with you, Tony. Do you vote?
Yes,
You do vote.
I'm an independent.
I didn't.
What?
This nigga going further. You are independent?
Yeah.
You're a registered
I'm
independent?
registered independent.
Okay, I am too.
There you go.
You are too?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
He looked at me like
I changed-
bullshit.
No, I changed. No.
No, I looked at both of y'all like that.
Oh, you didn't
Yeah.
want me to tell you what party I rock
No, I
with?
wasn't going to ask you
Oh.
that. But I was going to ask you, do you vote in the local?
Yeah.
Okay. Kev.
Yeah.
Do you vote?
Yeah.
You vote in the local?
Yeah.
And from the sounds of it, I mean, I wasn't going to ask this, but since we already put it out there, you're a Democrat.
Definitely.
Okay. This probably be the first election
Mhm.
that I don't vote in.
Why?
Because I've come to the conclusion that I don't believe. I'm starting to not believe that this shit makes a difference.
That your vote counts.
I really don't think that it does.
Well, the problem is electoral votes. So,
Well, then no. We're talking about local now.
well,
right
local
now.
too. But
Tomorrow's local. So.
yeah, you're right. But I'm just saying. But when you talk about those votes,
Well, we're talking
a
local right now.
A representative. Yeah, okay, local. So locally. So we have whoever going, Barra, and all these fools coming out there. You don't think that your vote makes a
No.
decision deciding factor of who we elect for these people?
No.
And why would you say that?
And this is where I don't want to go straight to my my big spade, my big joker.
The big reveal.
I don't want to go to my big joker, my ace of spade. I don't want to go to that, my big card yet. But
Uh-huh.
but I mean the big card to me, and I hate to say it, but we had a black president in office.
Yeah.
So basically, we got the thing that we never thought we would get. We got that, and thought that when that was happening, that if you would ask anybody before you got a black president, if you got a black president, we would have thought that was going to change things. To show you what having a black president did for us, and I love Obama, bruh. I'll be the first to say I love Obama. I'm not saying he was a bad president, great president. But just look at where it got us. We're worse off now than we were before we had Obama. Not only did getting Obama infuriate folks, but it went the total opposite. We got a president now who has no problem saying what did he say today? He was saying that if the immigrants or the Mexicans that were throwing rocks at the Mexican police
No, the caravan.
at the caravan, but it was at the police. It was at the police at first. He says they threw them at the police. He says if they do that to us, talking about the caravan,
Yeah.
they're going to he says we consider that
A rifle.
armed as a rifle, armed a weapon,
Mm-hmm.
and so the repercussions would be
Retaliate. and shoot.
retaliate, like and it's like we you got a black president. We did what they asked us to do. The voting, we believed in voting. We got the results, and now America's took probably 10 steps back, probably more than that. We're back now to it's damn near we're so close to what do you all out fighting in the streets, black and white, because it's you're seeing it. You're seeing cowards. I call them cowards.
Oh, of course.
You're seeing cowards doing cowardly things in the name of racism, and then you're seeing you're just seeing a lot of negative actions after such a positive thing. The voting, to me, I always felt. No, I haven't always felt. I'm starting to feel like it now that we have no control over what they've already decided is going to happen. And I kind of think that's what Obama's kind of telling us too when he says that stuff about how his hands were tied. He can't.
Yeah. What I'm hoping, and shit, I have no idea if anything's will happen or not. But what I'm hoping is you're a little wrong.
I hope I am too.
And I'm hoping what's about to happen in this midterm is that the unification of races, of minorities, will say, okay, that's enough of this shit. We can't do nothing about the white voters or whatever you want to say, the racist voters. But there's enough minorities tired of the shit saying, we got to get together. We got to get together and put a stop to this shit.
You would think
so.
that.
That's what I'm hoping for. So by you not voting, it makes me feel like, man, we lost one.
So
I want you to vote, but I can't make you vote. I want you to vote.
My thing is, I feel like
no matter who. Unity.
My thing is, I feel like no matter who we put in position, for lack of a better way of putting it, I just feel like the man is always above. That's telling them how it's going to be. Yeah, okay, we'll allow you to have this much. We'll allow you to have, because think about it. We've even had corrupt voting.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And they don't, and it never gets solved. And it never gets solved.
They won't do nothing about it.
They won't do because they have
can
no.
blatantly know that you lying. They can have all the proof that says that you fixed the election,
and they won't
do nothing.
They won't do nothing about it. So they fix the things to make it to their.
No doubt.
So so what's the use of voting?
But here's the thing. If you say nothing or do nothing, they will get absolute power. And absolute power is way different than what we are at right now.
No, they already have absolute power.
No.
Okay, describe to me absolute power then.
Absolute
that's
power
different from right now.
It's basically me walking up and saying, nigga, you don't got a job, sit your black ass at motherfucking home.
Kevin, they do that now.
No. There's repercussions. There's some kind of argument fighting. There's publicly speaking, doing all kinds of stuff.
Something?
I'm just saying, people are saying things. There are people on TV protesting against it. There are movements that are going. Absolute power, they shut that shit down, kill you all in the street, and that's it. End of it. All of us.
Before you say something,
1,100 motherfuckers dead as shit. Nobody say shit. Absolute power is that shit. Absolute power, I'm going to say one more time before you say anything else, is master in charge of the motherfucking slave house.
Okay, so I think absolute power, the reason why I say they have it now is because what they're doing that's different is they're letting you think that you have a voice, that you have something to say. So they're letting you say whatever it is you want to say. But at the same time, they're still shooting you dead. They're still calling you nigger. They're still doing all the shit that you said. They just letting you have a voice, making you think, letting you think that something's being said or being done. Think about it. We've went through all these years, bruh, of whatever of protesting, of revolution, of everything else, and we believe that we have our freedoms and stuff until they decide that we don't have them, and they shoot they shoot young boys dead, or you're seeing like shit. I mean, Tone, just the last year alone, how many stories we have? How many race stories do we have?
Tons.
Every week, there's something else crazy going
Tons.
on. It's just crazy.
Tons.
We have more now than we had. I say we have more now than we had 10 years ago.
We have more now in the last, let's say, the last few years, especially ever since he's taken over, because they feel like they have somebody that's behind them. That
I don't know.
agrees
They
with
coming
them.
out the closet.
They coming out the. That's what I'm saying. They feel somebody.
They're taking
agrees
that
with
mask off.
Oh, they feel
they
because
can
they
do whatever
feel
they want
They
to.
feel emboldened.
they
'cause
feel
of this
real
guy.
That's what I'm saying.
empowered right now.
And that's why we need to show in this election, or what we need to say is, oh hell no, we united as minorities. We're not gonna let this shit go down this way. If we got to start
Yeah,
shooting, then we got to
well,
start shooting.
And
I mean, that's what it's got to
I
be.
think we should. I think we did that
Oh,
with Hillary.
Yeah.
With Hillary, and they took it away from her. After that black
Well, yeah, they
president,
cheated
we
the
were
shit
not.
out of
We
her.
were not going to have something other than
They weren't playing that bullshit.
the,
The
a
higher
Republican
power, the
president.
higher power and the
Well,
people were not playing
You know that shit
that
was fixed.
bullshit.
You know that shit was fixed. That is way too much smoke behind the Russian fixing the
gotta
shit.
prove it.
But that's the thing.
But that's what I'm talking about. So what makes you think that you have any say so when you can fix the damn presidential election?
And you got to do
That
what you got to do. You got to
electoral vote,
battle.
man.
You can't. You got to battle to your last breath. You can't sit there and say I give in. I ain't gonna do
I
nothing.
didn't say I give in.
That's
I
what I'm
said
saying.
I'm saying voting is bullshit to me.
It is. I mean, you know what? I can agree because sometimes I feel like ain't no way in the world this shit should go.
Yeah, you figure the last 2 years
Yeah,
with the
but-
man on top right there.
Yeah.
As a president.
Yeah,
Right there. Right there was a discouraging,
very discouraging.
very discouraging.
It's a hard thing to swallow to know that man is your
And that's
president.
nationally, but for locally.
Right.
Because right now,
They say
me-
locally is where we can get shit.
locally is where it matters because it's going to actually affect you.
Yeah, but understand, this man has no love for the state of California. He's already said publicly that California is always fights against everything he wants done.
Well-
So California is a tough state.
'Cause
It's one
we're
of those
not-
states that we fight against everything he has to say. You ever notice that the platform that all these people are running under is against Trump? They don't agree with Trump.
Right, but at the same
Yeah,
time, it's
so-
because,
you know what?
because we don't follow his federal law as
Yeah,
far as,
yeah, we don't follow- yeah.
you know,
We're okay.
as far as the border and
Oh,
as
yeah,
far
we don't
as
believe in all
following
that.
That's
the
because we
federal
have a
law.
lot. That's because we have a lot of people here from other countries.
A
And
lot of
stuff.
minorities in California.
But what I kind of disagree with you saying California fights. I think that California is a blue state, so we represent the other side. But I think that just from personal relations, personal stuff that I'm seeing,
Mhm.
there's a lot of people out there.
But a
that-
lot of Republicans. A lot of
No,
people,
I didn't say that.
a lot of people who agree with Trump's policies
There's
because
a lot
of
of
the
people-
jobs and
there's-
other things he's brought.
No,
Yeah,
I didn't say that, Kev.
I'm
Don't
just
put
saying
words
there's a lot
in
of
my-
people.
But
agree
that's
with
not
that.
what I'm saying.
I'm not saying you said that. I'm saying a lot of people agree with
But you
him.
didn't let me finish my sentence. You took over the sentence.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I see a lot of people
Please
who.
go ahead.
Thank you. I see a lot of people who support Trump, like you said. I'm not saying what they support in Trump, because truthfully, I don't believe that they support Trump because of the jobs and because of the shit like that. I believe that they support Trump. I really believe that they're supporting Trump because he's racist. I think the people who support Trump, for the most part of it, I don't have no hard fact numbers, but I'm just gonna throw a number out there. I'm gonna say 90%.
Damn.
90% of the Trump loyalists, they're loving that Trump's putting, damn, Lee's hurt again. His fuck is hurt again. Stays hurt. I believe that 90% of them really are happy with Trump putting people, minorities, back in their place. And that's what he's trying to do. He's putting them back in their place. He has no respect for them. He says whatever the fuck he wants to say. He calls people out their name, women, no matter, I mean, just whatever.
Yeah, you're
And
100% right.
And I get, it kills me because everybody that we, up until this point, when you talk politics, when you watch politics on TV, whether you agree with the people that you're watching or not, you always have a tendency to I mean, you would think just by listening that they seem educated. They seem like a lot of them have common sense. So what I'm saying, what I mean by that is that the political correctness, everybody had that in common. They knew kind of what to say. Every once in a while, you would see somebody get caught saying the wrong kind of thing, and they would be put on blast like, oh, he said this.
Right.
But now, them same people who have always been politically correct feel free. They feel free about saying, well, what's wrong with blackface? They feel free about saying certain things, and they have no problem saying it because you have a president who just don't care.
Yeah, because it wasn't about the last couple of years, where they boycotted every company that came out and said some inappropriate stuff.
I think they still
But
do
at the
boycott. They just,
But then you have a
Here today and
president.
gone tomorrow.
But then you have
Yeah,
a
yeah,
president.
yeah.
But then
But
you have a
that's
president
the
who will
problem.
back him up.
The problem with what's going on now for me is that he has a way of putting a sleight of hand, I guess you could say. Or he'll be like, if they bring out something that, oh, Trump is stealing money from this and that, he'll say, yeah, you think I'm stealing money? But look at those dudes over there doing this. And so he start really going in about something else to kind of get you off of the subject
Yeah,
of what
okay.
he wants to. He just does that all the time.
Yeah,
so
but he's got
So,
diehard.
yeah.
But he doesn't.
He does that
he's-
with everything that could affect him. He's got some other story to talk
Right.
about, make it bigger than the one that.
But
is
don't
about
give him that much credit because he's not.
I ain't giving them much.
Because he
Nah.
doesn't. One thing he doesn't do is he does what you said, but he doesn't say, yeah, you think I'm stealing money.
Yeah, no, he don't.
He won't
it.
even mention it.
Yeah,
He just automatically,
Start-
they say, man, you're stealing money. He'll say, and we're just using it as an example. We didn't say he steals
we
money.
don't know he stole money.
He
Yeah.
said, but they say, hey, you're stealing money. And he'll say, Tony's pants are too high.
Yep, there he goes, right there.
Everybody look at
They
Tony's
just-
pants. They're too high.
and they just
And
sway.
everybody, but
And
you know
just
what? They're not
sway on
But
that.
don't get me wrong. But don't get it wrong, though. Don't get it twisted, Tone. His followers, the people who's out in the country, that's, like me and you, those people automatically, like you say, they just automatically sway. They start looking at Tony's pants.
Yeah,
The politicians, the people that we're watching on Fox News and stuff, those people are the people who are supposedly, I got quotes, supposedly the educated, the smart ones.
yeah.
They know exactly what's being done. They know that he's putting the attention onto something
And
else,
they go with
and
that
they
shit.
go with it.
Yeah.
And that's what kills me. It's like
Yeah.
nobody's calling this out, and when you call it out, they play dumb. They act like no, that's not what's happening.
Yeah,
It's just-
I just think he thinks he has so much of a following, which obviously he does because all these rallies, he's
got a
all
following.
bunch of,
It's
yeah, he does.
crazy.
But that's the thing is you could talk bold, you could do whatever you want because just like your man who talks shit, but he's got his boys behind him. You could talk all this shit,
And that's
you
why
want
he
because you got
feels- yeah.
support.
But you know what? I'm glad you brought that up real quick.
That's fine.
Going back to you, Kev.
Yeah.
What he just said about his rallies and stuff, that's showing you right there, bruh, that it's not what we think it is.
Mm-hmm.
He's got way more support than we know. You look at them rallies and you see all them people supporting him. Those are just the people who's coming out to support him. What about all the motherfuckers that's we deal with every day who are supporters and we just don't know it because they're ashamed or they don't want to, they're afraid to be said, to be put out there. I guarantee you, where me and Tone work at, here I go with numbers again. That's not proven, but I'm gonna say, I'm really gonna say this. I say 60% of them white folks agree with most of what Trump is talking about. When it comes to, you know what? Maybe not as much because we got a lot of minorities. We got a lot of minorities. When I say that, I'm thinking about the white people, and I just think a lot of white people, and I hate to sound, I hate when people when we listen to other shows and we sound so bitter towards white people because as much as I understand the history of the right relationship with black people, I don't hate white people.
No,
I mean, I hate to sound like now I'm gonna sound like white people. I have white friends.
I have white friends.
I have white friends.
and I can't count them, so that's a good thing.
So I have
You know what I'm saying? So many of them you can't count.
yeah,
They're cool.
and I have white friends
Great
I can count on.
I have white friends. I got to do a double take to make sure they white
Yeah, got a lot of those.
because
Yeah, I
they
got some
grew
of
up in
them
the
too.
same pretty much
Right.
area.
Yeah,
that
I got
I've
some
done.
of them too.
So I got to double take and be like, oh,
And usually
right.
those people that we're talking about right there, that group of people that grew up with us, they're going through the same struggle as us. And they
Bullshit.
feel no,
Bullshit.
No, yes they are.
No, the fuck they ain't.
Yes they are.
You are out your goddamn mind.
What?
What makes you think that a white person that grew up with us is going through the same struggle we going through?
Oh yeah. I know a lot of them.
You're out your mind, Kev.
I know a lot of them live
when
way
we
worse
walk,
than I
when
am.
we walk in the room, we're already so behind them.
You talking about because of the color of your skin?
That's
that we're
what I'm
behind.
talking
The
about,
white
black and
privilege.
white.
You talking about the white privilege, but I'm talking about financially. When I look at them, what they have compared to what I have, they're way behind.
Kev, you know what? You're blessed.
Yeah.
Because you're blessed because you have financially or whatever. You're blessed. So you're coming from a different spot where you can say that.
Mhm.
When you're talking about two broke motherfuckers, one white and one black.
Yeah,
That
the
white
person's
person-
got the white privilege. Yeah.
Exactly. And
Yeah.
he's always going to have the white privilege. He's going to make it. I'm not going to say he's going to outperform you. He's going to get better stuff than you. What I'm saying, he's got a way better chance from the get without
Oh, yeah.
before anything's ever said.
College degree, everything on your side, he can have none of that and probably get the job over.
I don't know that, but I know that
Maybe.
I know from 0 to 0 with nothing being said, we're not even.
Yeah,
We're
you're
nowhere
already-
near even.
You're already judged by your just.
I understand what you're saying.
You know what
I'm
I mean?
saying I know a lot of white dudes that just way behind.
But Kevin, they're not going through the same struggle.
No,
we
they
go through.
got the same struggle.
It's never the same struggle. Believe me.
Oh hell
it's
no.
never
No,
the same
I
struggle.
agree there.
But
they don't get
so
they don't
if
get the
we-
second look.
But
They
if
don't get the
rewind this,
everything.
you said that you know a bunch of white guys that's going through the same struggle we going through,
I
and
know.
I don't know no white guy going through the same struggle that I've been through in my life, because it's
Yeah.
always because it's always it's the part that you can't take out of it. There's the part of the black part that you can't take out of it. No matter what, that person's white, so he's not the prejudice part. He's never been through. He's never been looked at as anything other than a white man. Black people look at white people as a whole human.
Uh-huh.
Anybody, any nationality looks at white people as a whole human. We're looked at, that fucker fumbled. We're looked at as shit, animals,
Mhm.
half human, dumb. I mean, I'm telling you, bro, it's to this day, we got people who seem dumb as hell. I'm talking about a white person, right? That seems dumb as hell. And he knows that he might be dumb as fuck, no education, ain't graduated high school, but that motherfucker knows he got it better than your ass, who ain't graduated. That he'd rather be poor and white than black and educated. Guaranteed.
Yeah, because
Yeah, I'm pretty sure some
and
would.
you still get it easier.
But I wouldn't.
What you mean you wouldn't?
I wouldn't want to be that way.
Yeah, but
Being-
you
from,
black, motherfucker.
That's
Shit.
what I'm saying. Yeah.
Minorities always been used to being the underdog.
And that's
the
that's
issue.
cool. I mean,
that-
it's
that's
the
just-
way it
that-
is, and that I mean,
Yeah, that's just
unfortunately,
That's survival.
unfortunately, there is the survival mode that we're in. We've learned to accept the
But
role
it's-
that we
it's
play.
but it's instinctively. It's
Right,
her-
that's what I'm
it's-
saying.
It's,
So we
it's,
fight.
it's
it's,
in us.
it's so damn near hereditary.
Yeah, we fight. That's just the way it is.
Because you already mad.
You're already behind
Yeah,
the
you're already
eight ball.
behind.
Yeah.
You're already behind the 8 ball, no matter what. You're behind the
You're
8
growing
ball.
up, and you see
I
your
can
parents
see-
struggling and trying to
I
do
can
whatever they
see-
needed to do, and you're already bitter.
Yeah.
So when you come up, you're like, what the fuck?
I can see Eric's point to the way he put it to me. I mean, you know what I'm saying? But I guess my meaning from what I was trying to say, I want to make sure I get this out, is that I see white people not doing as well as some black people. When I look at
Yeah, but
That's
that's not from. That's
I
not.
know what
that
you
has
mean by the
nothing to
other
do.
part.
That has
Yeah.
nothing to do with what I was saying. You just see white people not doing well.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
believe me, the shit, the walking into somewhere before you can even open your mouth and automatically being judged because of
going
a certain.
forever.
We both could have on the same thing, Dockers, a button-down polo shirt or whatever, and walk into whatever business you want to walk into. And there's still going to be businesses. I'm not going to say all businesses, but there's going to be businesses that look at you like, what are you doing here? While the white guy could probably walk all through the whole business and go out the back door and nobody will say one thing to him.
That's very true.
And it's just the way it is.
Although if you was a black man walking in a white neighborhood, obviously they're gonna be like,
Yeah.
what's he looking for? But flip that, I think it'd be the same way. Like,
I don't think so.
what the fuck?
Shit.
I don't
The
think
fuck
so.
is he doing here?
I don't think you know what the difference is.
Who he looking for?
But you know what the difference is.
That 5-0?
You know what the
Oh,
difference
that motherfucker
is
trying
though.
to play me.
The difference is that when the black person's walking through the white neighborhood, and everybody's wondering who the hell he is, what is he doing, they automatically think robbery. They automatically think burglar. Get the kids. What is he doing? They think of a criminal.
Right.
When a white person's walking through a black neighborhood,
He lost.
no, he's given a label of authority. It's like, oh, what is that? Police? What is that? It said, they got narcs.
Yeah.
They put them on
Jehovah's
that.
Witness.
I was gonna say that's the police. That's what I
But what
said.
I'm saying, that's what they do.
Yeah.
When it's
Eric's
so that's what I'm saying. The fucked up part is black people automatically put white people higher,
Yeah,
because that's the way
In
it
this
is.
case, you are 100% right. You
And
put that
then
right on
a
the money.
black person, a black person has never been mistaken for a person of authority when he's not where he's supposed to be.
Walking
Ain't nobody
in
ever
all white
saw a
neighborhood.
black person that ain't supposed to be there and be like, he must be the owner. He must be somebody. They don't think shit like that. They think automatically the worst.
It's
Like, oh,
Gardner.
what is he doing over here? He ain't supposed to be here. White people think that, black people think that white people though are.
that's true though.
It's
of a
tragic.
person of
It's tragic.
authority.
That's pretty
It's
cool.
right.
That's I mean, they
I
just
mean,
automatically look at you as an
I guess in
authority. figure.
hindsight, I mean everything that you said, it makes a lot of sense. I guess like you said, Eric, I haven't.
I'm not saying there's not white people out there that are doing bad.
Yeah.
Of
I
course,
guess
there's
on a
the people of
day-to-day
every
versus-
race that's doing bad.
Yeah.
But it's just hard for me to say that they've been through the same. Because when we first said it, we was like, you said they've been through the same
I
struggle.
said people we grew up with.
Yeah, they've been through the same
Yeah.
struggle as us, and that's bullshit. They have
Damn.
not been through the same struggle. 'Cause they still have the benefit of this is what the white people have that grew up with us. They have the benefit of hanging with black people, being accepted by black people, but still being able to go over to the white side and be white because they're white.
Yeah.
They're always able to be white, and because they grew up with us, they benefit by being able to come over to the black people, and we've accepted them because we are acceptable people. We accept everybody. Think about it. How many Asian homies we got? How many
Tons.
Mexican homies we got?
Tons.
How many white homies we got?
Tons.
We got Filipino. We got all these different
of
nationalities. Now you ask a white guy how many you get, that motherfucker might be like, what are you talking about? You remember Sally's married to a Filipino guy.
What's his name?
He was nice.
What's his name?
I think his name was Juan or something. He was nice.
The motherfuckers count them. They know exactly
They
who's
know
who.
exactly who that is, man. They know how many black friends they got.
Like, shit.
They cooked good adobo.
So it's like,
Fuck is adobo?
so it's just
That's a season, you motherfucker.
the white struggle is a way different struggle. than
But
the black.
considering we live in California,
Yeah, that's
And
what
we
that's
got
in
it
California.
good, and we got it that much better because we live in California. Because
Yep, we got it good.
I guarantee there's a brother listening to us from Georgia or somewhere that's like,
Filipinos in the
Fuck that.
Midwest. I
Yeah.
don't think there's any Filipinos in the
Yeah,
Midwest,
yeah.
is there?
So,
Shit.
yeah.
Unless they're in the service. Fuck. They ain't never gonna eat no chicken adobo. Some pancit.
what the fuck is he talking about? What are you talking
Probably
about?
own one.
What did you just say? A person from where?
Filipino.
He said,
No.
"Never
Would
gonna
you
eat no
say?
chicken adobo?"
Would you
Chicken
say
adobo.
analysis he's from where?
Midwest?
Oh,
Or in the service? Have some little chicken adobo.
I don't know what the fuck you talking about.
Pancit.
What the
So,
fuck you talking about?
All that shit you ate.
no matter how you stretch it out, man, we in a fucked up situation. And back to the voting thing, I would hope that you don't give up on the process.
Nah, I've already gave up on it, bro.
I'm
just
told you,
gonna-
discouraging.
I just
It
think
is
I just
discouraging,
think that
very
my vote.
discouraging. I'm just hoping that we can get this motherfucker out of here in 2 years.
It's not
But
gonna
I
happen.
doubt it.
He's gonna get re. He's
I
gonna
think he'll
get.
get reelected.
Yeah, he's gonna
These
get
are the
reelected.
longest 2 years. If he,
You
you know what? You know what?
He might get reelected.
You know what? I'm done.
Hey,
2020, he gets reelected. I'm done.
But you
bro.
gotta
I'm
gotta
done.
realize. Eric said
System
something.
is fixed.
Eric said something earlier that I really believe is true though too. Is that we spent those 4 years or 8 years with Obama thinking, oh, we've made it. Oh, we've
No.
things are better. They're letting minorities get to the proper place or whatever it is, whatever you envision what was happening. And I think we kind of let our guard down. And I think what a lot of white people did was says, let me remind you where you sit, what place you are actually in.
Okay.
And then,
Well,
they came back.
just to add on to that, I think that white people didn't say, "Let us remind you where you sit." I think they said, I think that they were all happy that they had somebody who was telling us where we sit. You know what I'm saying? They weren't. I don't think these fuckers still ain't brave enough to say it to your face, in your everyday life. But now they got a president. They got somebody, the leader, that's letting us all know where we stand. I mean, when they had the shit in Ferguson, with the was that Ferguson when they had the damn tiki torches and shit?
No, that was
What was that at? Well, you know what I'm talking about. When they had that, and then I was about to say LeBron. I said, and LeBron and President Trump. That's fucked up. I'll try to say President Trump, and I said LeBron. When President Trump would not say that those people were bad people, he would not say that those people with the tiki torches was bad people. He wouldn't.
I remember that.
Remember, he said it's
So
good
there was
people.
on both sides.
Yeah,
It
it's
was,
good
yeah.
people. Good. So he let us know then that he ain't on our side.
Yeah.
This thing, you might as well say it with the Mexicans, because that's what a lot of it's about. The Mexicans,
Yeah.
about him, not letting.
That's his number one thing.
He wants to go. He not only does he not want to let nobody else in, he wants everybody that was born in the United States, but their parents weren't
legal aliens.
weren't
birthright.
legal. He wants them. Damn, got him. They faked me out. They want them.
That was at Charlottesville.
Okay, Charlottesville.
Yeah.
To be deported. He wants he wants this motherfucker not good again. What did he say? Make him use. He wants
Make
to make it
America
white.
great.
He wants to make it white again, bro.
And that's what I asked you before. I said, what does that mean?
He wants to make it white again, bro.
Yeah.
'Cause
So
when was it great? I mean, I love America. I ain't going nowhere. Don't get it twisted. But I don't remember.
America's never been. You know what? I'm not gonna say it's not great. I mean, this is coming from a veteran too. So,
Yeah, I mean,
so I don't want to
know, but
hear. I don't want to
but
hear
I'ma
that
say-
that I'm not for my country. What I'm saying is, I never really thought of America as I'm not gonna say. I will say it's great compared. I don't want to live anywhere else. But by me saying that, I've always thought that America was in the route of greatness. So they were always getting better. You know what I'm saying? America has been striving, doing and getting better and better and better.
Right.
It's a wonderful place, but it's just getting better and better. And you were seeing, because it was such a melting pot, you're seeing that everybody's here, making America great.
there's a
So
reason
that's
why
what.
they come here.
Yeah, exactly. Because of the opportunity.
Well, for me, it was the thought of America. If you think about what America stands for, I mean, give us your tired, give us your hungry, give us your sick, all the people, the opportunity to go out here and make your own. The thought of that, without the racism,
I
without
can't-
the bullshit, we would be the top-notch shit. But it's the fact that you can't just go out there and do what you need to do to make yourself successful without having to pay the white tax. I mean, if you get too successful, then you are entertainer or whatever it is, you are entertaining me. And if you think you are too big, i.e. LeBron, I'm going to try to bring you down, right? Like LeBron's a great ambassador for black people. He's doing all this right stuff with his money, and then Trump has to try to knock him down. You know what I mean?
He ain't give me no money.
That's just crazy. So it's the ideal. Think about that man getting. I guess he was in Cleveland, right, where they had sprayed racist stuff on his house or whatever it was.
No, that was his L.A. house.
That was his L.A. house. They put all that racist stuff. No matter how big you are, they always try to bring you down. So the thought of America, all the things they say you gonna get, it ain't there. So that's why I say America has never been great, because what 69, whatever it was when the Equal Rights Amendment was enacted, and we've been fighting just to try to get rights ever since then. And now we start to feel like we was feeling a little better. I was feeling a little better about myself, and then this shit started happening. I was like, God damn, we right back 30 years ago, treating black people like trash, treating minorities like trash.
Yeah, but the thing is that he's got so much of a great following. He's gotten this boost of audacity to change something that's in the Constitution.
It's because you're talking about with the
birthright.
the birthright thing.
Right. That's the 14th
Yeah.
Amendment in the Constitution.
Yeah, he wants to get, but
If you are born here,
But he thinks he can do an executive decision to where
He
I
can't, but
got
that's what he
control, but he
thinks.
can't.
Well,
He thinks, I don't know. Does
he knows
anybody
he can't.
There's
No,
some dumb shit like
that's
that
what
all
I'm
the
saying.
time, though.
That's what I'm saying.
Does
He's not.
anybody tell us?
Yes, Tone. That's what I'm
He's a
saying.
fucking idiot.
He's not an idiot.
He knows.
He knows
It's
he
shock
can't.
value. He knows
what
he can't
what
do
he's
it.
doing is he's saying it so everybody like us will say he's stupid. He don't know what he's talking, and we get so into it that we forget about what the thing is. And what he does is he makes people like me say I'm not gonna vote. You know what I'm saying? He's saying stupid stuff, and he gets people like me to give up. So it's really working. But I forgot what I was gonna say before that. But
But the funny part about it is that they forget that most of these people that's here illegally, they still pay taxes on there.
Mhm.
They still pay their tax.
Yeah,
what I was gonna say.
and they doing jobs most of us don't.
Yeah,
want
the
to do.
government is taking their tax, but yet you're not supposed to be here. But
Yeah.
yet you're taking
Yeah.
my tax.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
And most of these people are in here, they're taking less lot of money, but they're still making more money than they did in their old countries.
You know,
Take it from me. I wasn't born in the States.
Yeah,
I had to go through that whole
Where
shenanigans.
were you born?
Oh Lord.
You weren't born in the States.
No, I wasn't
Lord.
born in the United States.
I didn't know you weren't
Damn.
born here.
No.
now we're gonna have to go back.
No, we ain't gotta do all this.
I didn't know that nigga.
No, I wasn't born here. I had to go through the whole shit. They made sure I stayed clean. You get in trouble
What you mean you
anytime.
have to go through this shit?
I had to go through the whole paperwork. You had to get here, you get your green card, and then you get.
How
and then
old were
you're
you when you
sworn.
came to the United States?
I don't know, 5.
You were that old when you came to the United States?
Yeah, I was about 5.
You lived on the island for 5 years.
Yeah.
I did not know about you.
I was born there, and then I had to do that whole fucking swearing in and all that shit at the courthouse.
You had to do that.
Yeah.
I didn't know that shit.
Yeah, that's why I can speak on it, because there's a proper way they do it, and then there's
But you
the
put your
desperate.
life, you put your life on the line too. You went to the
Yeah,
military.
I served my country. They
served your country.
they don't ever
Yeah.
talk to me about some bullshit.
That's what I'm saying.
But at the same time, there is
You
a
went out
process.
there and did what you needed to do to prove your loyalty.
I did. At the same time, I got here so young. I thought I was born here.
Tony said, I mean, not to get off
I ain't
the,
gonna lie. I was in my naturalization papers. I was like, hey, what the fuck is this shit?
Yeah.
And they ask you, what is it that you, what is it that, how you want your name, like legally? And
Yeah.
I just put Tony. I ain't put no Anthony. I ain't put no Antonio. I put Tony because that's what they call me. So on paperwork, it's Tony. So it's none of that bullshit.
You was gonna say something, bro?
No, I was going to say, I didn't want to get off of Tony being an illegal alien. I'm going to go.
No. I just
But-
got done. This
but-
guy ain't listening. He watching the game.
Shit.
But
Sorry ass fucker.
he did mention, he was talking taxes earlier and stuff. And that was another thing that I was going to speak on is that, the tax is another way of, he hangs on to the fucking ball too
About to
long,
lose your
man. That fucking, I ain't gonna lose my thought. That horrible. Is he from here? Where was he born at?
I don't know.
They need to
He
send his
French.
ass back to where he from.
Oh,
I keep my back to the game because I
sound
get
like-
pissed off. I start watching.
I
the
sound
game.
like fuck Dak
You
Prescott. I don't know what country he's from, but he needs to go back to that country.
Nah, he
play-
sounds American to
play
me.
soccer or some shit.
He sounds American to me.
Anyway, back to what I was gonna say. Even like the taxes, man. When you talk about the taxes,
Right.
man, here we are. It's just a perfect example of how they control everything. They will keep. They're gonna keep you in your where you at. The only way you ever gonna come out of this bracket, this financial, this money bracket that you in, is if one of you niggas get lucky and win the lotto,
Better leave the country.
or hang on, or you can catch or throw a ball and you might, hopefully get a big contract but the thing about it is, what I mean by is they make the tax laws where I'm gonna keep saying niggas. Now we all, because we all niggas now, white, black, whatever. They tax the fuck out of the people who get up every fucking morning,
Who don't make that much.
go to work.
Yep.
Yeah, don't make that much. Can live in check to check.
Yeah.
They keep you
Barely, you call yourself mayor. I mean, you call yourself living the American dream, but it's you're lucky enough to have a roof, a house, a roof over your head, a house, for your kids and stuff. You're lucky enough to be able to go shopping and I'm not talking about struggling. I'm talking about you're able to do this. You're able to go get food for your kids, clothes. Your clothes. The kids got Nike on. They got everything they need. So you're not struggling. But you're doing just enough. And they tax the fuck out of us. Now,
just to get by.
Now, the motherfuckers who make all the money in the world, these fuckers get tax break after tax break after tax break. They don't pay shit. Half of these fuckers, it just doesn't make any sense that you keep your mic dropping, that you keep finding ways to help the rich, but you can't do shit for the poor.
No,
They won't do shit for us, bro.
And you're not even asking for assistance. That's your own money. You're paying. You
earning the money.
Yeah, you earning the money.
You earning the money, and they
9
still
to 5.
fuck you. You ain't got to. They fucking with your health care.
Yep.
They fucking with everything. That health care is outrageous.
Yeah. Well, you really want to make the story sound worse, because I'm gonna lay it down to you right here what I believe about that whole thing you just said. If I was to take a politician's paycheck and I was to ask him to do what we have to do with our paycheck, them motherfuckers would probably understand. Because here's what it is. If you're a politician making $200,000 a year, all right, I'm just going something low, $200,000 a year.
Low.
And you gotta make.
You said, Kevin,
wish.
that's
Listen.
outrageous what you just said.
I
No,
wish.
the reason I gotta
there
stop
are
you.
there are politicians
but what
that
am I
make
saying? I gotta
more money.
stop you.
That's
Say
low for a politician.
Okay, say
That's
it
low
like
for a
that.
politician.
Say that because you didn't say that.
There are politicians making $500,000. There's politicians making $1 million. But I'm saying low for a small.
That's
whatever.
not true what you're saying.
Yes, it is.
That's not true what
Yes,
you're
it is.
saying.
The
No, it's not. No,
salaries
it's not.
It is. The salaries are $200,000. We can check it.
Okay, but what I'm saying, you say there's politicians making $500,000 and stuff.
Yeah.
The president barely makes that.
Okay, I'll pull up some stuff for you so you can.
Okay,
see.
we're talking about with their salary.
Their salary. What
Their
they
salary
What they get
is.
paid a year. Now, this is the twist on it. Then they get a chauffeur. Then they get their car. Then they get their house. Then they get all their bills, grocery paid for. They get all that other shit. Their medical paid for. Everything. They get everything paid for. So that $200,000, or if you want to say low, you want to say $100,000.
I just
They
don't
not
like to
coming out of
okay.
their pocket. They
Okay,
not
but you're
coming
missing.
out of their pocket.
First of all, the first thing when I first interrupted you were missing the point I was making. You said you have to clear it up when you say low for a politician, and you cleared it up later. But when you first say low, you said okay, $200,000 low, and then you said it again later. Okay, we'll go low, 100,000. To regular people, that's not low. That's not
in
low.
politics, that is.
I know, but when you first said it, you made it seem like that salary is low.
Oh hell no, that's a hell of a lot of money.
That's
Six figures is a fucking lot of money.
That's what I'm saying. So, okay.
But politics.
What is the president? So what is the president?
Going
What
to
is
be a
the
politician
president's
for 6
salary?
figures.
Okay, right now I just punched up. What is the salary of a senator? 174,000.
So 174,000 is what this. What. But you know what? I bet you if you go back a couple of series back, because I remember when, like President Bush or somebody like that, they weren't. There was it 300? It was $300,000 that the president made.
That motherfucker. Shit. Them motherfuckers make some money.
But their
What's the
salary,
president-
I'm talking
what
about their
the-
salary though.
What's the salary for the president right now?
I think it went up. It's like it is like close to $1 million now.
Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. But still, just think about that.
Well,
Even
then,
at $1 million,
let's find out what it is.
or $500,000. If you ain't paying nothing with the shit,
That's a lot of money if you are
Yeah.
paying.
but I'm saying, but it ain't you. If you're making, say you're making $100,000.
Yes.
A year. If you got to pay for your kids' benefits, you
Yeah.
got to pay for
Yeah.
their daycare. You got to pay grocery. You got to pay all that shit, and plus get 35-40% of the shit taken in taxes. Shit. 100,000, 35 makes you at 65 plus all the shit you gotta pay. You ain't got no goddamn money.
You know what? Are you
That
gonna let
shit
me
is
talk?
crazy.
I want to
Yeah.
talk. I want to say what you, but I want you to let me talk though.
All
Go
right.
ahead, Kev. Tone.
It says here,
Was the president up to like 600 or something
shall
like that?
earn a salary of 400,000.
So he's up to 400 now. He just got up to 400 though,
Oh,
and that's
is
the
it?
president.
yeah, along with 50,000 annual expense account,
Uh-huh.
$100,000 of non-taxable travel account,
Mm-hmm.
and $19,000 for entertainment.
So that's what the president
Fuck.
makes. But think about it.
But
the
as the president,
yeah, the president, the leader of the free world, only makes. You got basketball players that make more than the president makes a game. Damn near. Think about it.
Okay.
Think about it.
I'm thinking about it.
Okay.
$500,000 salary. That's basically what you said, Tony.
No.
You said 400,
But okay,
400,000.
but you can't. But hang on,
That's
because I want to
his
see. I'm gonna
salary.
forget what
Don't
I wanted to say.
Say what you gotta say.
Because I don't want you to go because what you're saying is false too about $500,000. Because remember, that's not cash going to him. When you say for traveling and shit, that's not money he's got to spend for traveling. That's money that goes out for traveling. His whatever it is that it takes for the president to travel, he has that money allotted for him to travel. So it's not like he has that money to spend. That's money that it allotted for him that goes out for traveling. So whatever it takes, whatever people that has to be involved in that and shit, that all comes. It's not.
that's an escrow account.
Yeah, that's not. It's not just. It's just not just money that he got in his pocket. He's like, I got 19,000 for spending. Let's just go.
Okay.
Come on,
So
Let's go with it.
400,000, dude.
Go it. Just go what you were gonna say.
I mean, damn. I want that.
No, I want to hear. I want to hear.
no, I'm trying to think about what I was gonna say, Kev, because I knew I was gonna forget it, and I'm forgetting it.
I don't want you to forget it. I want to hear.
Because
it.
what you were saying, what were you saying before that? You were
I
saying
was
that.
saying that if you had $100,000 and the government is going to take 35% of it in taxes, that makes you at 65,000.
Okay,
right?
this is what. Okay, this is what I want to say. And I want you to now. I want you to let me talk for a minute.
Go ahead.
Okay, first of all, you took $100,000. You used $100,000 for example. What I'm trying to say to you is that, and this is what I need for you to really understand, and not forget about what you believe, and just be open for a minute. You're saying you're going to argue the point that $100,000, and then after he pays the family's health, after he pays the family's eating and food and clothing. I'm sorry, I said eating and food. Same thing. Eating, food, education, whatever else you can think of, fuel, cars, and mortgage, and all that stuff. You're going to say that that's not, they're not going to be able to get by. You're barely getting by. You're living. But what I'm here to tell you is, Tony, look this up for me real quick, is that the average motherfucker, look at the average salary of an American, what they make a year. And they're doing all that, everything that you just named, they're doing all that on probably the average 52 million. Hang on, let me finish.
I want to say
50, hang on.
about the census.
50-something thousand dollars a year probably. It's probably, and it might
It's
be
way less than that.
And it might be less than that. It might be
way
like
less than that.
35.
Yeah.
And they're doing all that. So when you say $100,000, people are listening to you like, are you crazy? I could do all that with the 100. Kev, you can listen. You can do that with the 100,000. I don't know how you're used to living, but if you tell somebody who's making $12 an hour in Louisiana, who's making it with the little health care that they get, with the food that they're able to do, paying their mortgage, even though their housing might be a little cheaper and stuff out there,
Not cheaper.
whatever, they would love to have $100,000 a year, because if they doing it by $30,000 and $40,000 a year, I guarantee you they're gonna have money to blow with 100,000 a year, easily.
Okay, so let's go back for a second.
What is real quick, Tony? Did you look that up?
Let me do it. Let me do it this year. That'll be better.
I know the census in
it's-
2016 was, or 2016 or 2014, it was 26,000 or something like that. It wasn't very
Okay,
much.
so
it went up.
so for the average salary in the U.S. for 2018 was 59.
So it's 50 something. It's almost 60. And that's way better. That's what's the average salary. That's way better than it was. I thought it was like 52.
Yeah, census had it way less than
But
that.
but what I'm saying is people and I know from experience,
Mhm.
you get by and there's people like for instance, we got friends you don't even know.
Mhm.
Like say like
Mhm.
Saw damn. You gotta take that out.
Okay.
Who makes $36,000 a year.
Mhm.
And when I found out that, I was like, you gotta be kidding me.
36.
Yes. And
But-
and he thought when he told me this, he was telling me like because we were talking about these apartments, and I was like, well, shit, who they letting stay in there? He's like, no, these people got good jobs. Like, they making, 36, I make $36,000 a year. He's talking about it like, and that's what I'm seeing. That's what I'm trying to get you to understand. Everybody don't think the way we think a lot of times. And you got to realize people experience things a lot different. And when people hear what I make, like family members that live in other parts of the country, they think I'm shit. They like, damn, y'all living large
36
over there.
is a lot better than nothing.
Okay, but if you look at,
And they still doing everything that we do.
You look at California. I'm just going to California. That's all I can go on. I live in California. I don't live in Texas. I don't live in Georgia. I don't live in none of those places, right?
Cost of living is high.
Kev,
Cost of living is high,
before
right?
you say it, I know what you're gonna say, but I'm gonna let you say it.
Okay.
Before you say it, though, really, and I don't mean this in a negative way, but take yourself off of that high horse. Let me finish.
I'm not
Let
on
me
the high
finish.
horse. Why you say that?
Kev,
I got a team of 18 people that make $30,000 a year.
Kev, let me finish.
Yeah.
Just you saying that. Just you saying that. I got a team of 18 people.
So I know how hard it is to live.
Fuck, you can't get a sentence out.
But you keep trying to tell me that I don't understand how hard it is to live. I started at the bottom.
I'm
just
not
like
telling.
everybody else.
I never see what I'm saying. I never said that you don't know how hard it is to live. Did I once say that he doesn't know how hard it is to live?
You making it seem like I don't understand.
No,
Like, you don't
I keep-
understand I'm making that kind of money. I do understand
Kev,
that.
I'm gonna say it one more time for you. All I'm saying to you is before you say what you're gonna say, I just want you to take yourself off. In your case, instead, I won't say high horse. Take yourself out the boss chair
Yeah.
and just think how 90% of this community that you're about to say, because 90% of the people around here, I'm using numbers again, don't make that's not proven, but 90% of the people around here ain't bosses.
Yeah.
90%. So most of us ain't bosses.
Yeah.
So think as not a boss and realize that even with the whatchamacallit being so high, that the cost of living being so high, that there's still a lot of people in California who are not making as much as you think, and they're getting by, and they're living. Now I'm not gonna say well, but they're doing well enough on way less than 100,000, and you're gonna argue the point that 100,000 you're not gonna be able to get by, which is crazy because people ain't even nowhere close to 100,000.
I don't think I argued that you couldn't get by on 100,000. We were talking about the president's salary, and I was saying that on the low end of a politician's salary, that he's not putting out any money. He's getting his salary and he's keeping it. Unlike me, I'm getting my salary and I'm still paying out things. I have to pay what I get from my salary.
But
I get.
you were breaking it down, saying after you pay this, after you pay this,
That's
after
right,
you pay that,
right.
you pay that, you were gonna say there wasn't nothing left.
No, I'm not saying there's nothing left. I'm just saying I don't have what he has. If he has $200,000 and he's not paying out any of these bills, he still has $200,000. So he'll say, I make $200,000.
Okay,
I'm
I
doing
get-
well. But for you, if you take that same $200,000 and you got to pay your kids' college tuition and all that other stuff, you're not truly getting $200,000 just to spend. You are have bills to pay, and at the end of it, you might have $80,000 to spend. That's great money, yeah, but you still don't have $200,000. You don't see that when you're not paying.
I see what you're
anything?
saying, but I don't see how that's not a great thing.
It is a great thing for the politician. It's not great for.
It's great for an American. If an American has $200,000 to spend,
Let
and
me
even
make
after,
200 grand.
even if he's breaking it down and have to spend all that on different shit, and he has, if you have $80,000 at the end of the year, that's yours.
That's good too.
God damn. Kev,
Let me make 100.
are you really making that much money?
No, hell no, hell no.
80. If I had
Hell no.
if I had
If I had
$80,000,
$80,000, it'd be a different situation.
You know what? I wouldn't mind making 80.
let me
thank you.
let me say.
Let alone having it left
Humbly.
over, I would like to make
But
80,000.
again,
Yeah, you can take my taxes. I just like to know I made 80.
We can start at whatever salary you want to start at. But my point is still what I'm trying to say to you. If the government is taking taxes, whatever it is, all the things that they take, a person who has $30,000 at the end of the day, if they're giving up 70% or 80% of that just to live, that's not good. That the government gets to take all that money. You have to pay out all that money because you're not really living.
You're in the whole
Are you
other.
talking about taxes?
You're in a whole different racket.
You're in. That's what I said. It's hard to live when most of your money has to go out. Now, I don't see a politician caring because they not living like that. They're not
Well,
giving up most of their money.
okay,
They're not
okay,
giving
first
up
of
their
all.
money to live.
Yes, they are. First of all, they do pay taxes.
They gotta pay their taxes anyway.
They have to pay taxes.
Okay, so
So if you're making $200,000,
Right.
they're getting taxed just like a regular person that's making $200,000.
okay, so they give up their percentage,
Okay.
and they're probably in the 40 percentile.
Okay, whatever
So
they're in,
whatever
but
it is.
they pay the same amount of taxes as the regular person
Okay.
that's making the same amount. Okay, depending. See, now this is where we kind of separate too, because I think truthfully, the president. I asked this question: how much do you think the president should make?
I think $500,000 is a good salary.
What do you think the president should make?
Yeah, you should make a lot less than that because they ain't gotta pay for
Why?
most of that shit.
Okay, I
But-
disagree. I disagree with Bob. Can I answer the question?
Yeah.
I disagree with both of you guys. I think that the president should be making millions.
Well, he's gonna be
Because
taken
the
care of for
reason
the rest of his life.
the reason why I say that is because I just believe that when you look at the country that he leads,
Mhm.
and then you look at mind you, I'm not basing this on Trump. I'm basing this on the
All the
president,
presidents,
all
yeah.
the presidents. If you're a successful president and you're doing what you're supposed to do, everybody's happy in the perfect world. Everybody's happy with the president in the perfect world. He's leading a country where people have the opportunity to sky's the limits of what you can make. I lead this country that provides the opportunity for you, Steve Jobs, for you, Microsoft guy, Bill Gates,
Bill Gates, yeah.
for you, whoever, to make as much as you can. Football star, so and so, because I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. It's in the perfect world.
Mhm.
So if you making, I'm not going to go crazy with some of these guys are making, but if you're able to make $1 million, then why shouldn't my pay thing be $1 million? Because the thing about it is, supposedly you've put a great person in position to be the president. He's a person that's supposed to be, he's supposed to be presidential. The best way to put it, a presidential person. And by him, I can't. They just dancing on the star. By him being in the perfect world is that person, then we're saying that he could be doing other things. He could be out there in the world making great money because he's supposedly this great person. So he could be doing a Bill Gates. He could be doing whoever it is, we're talking about is making great money. But he chooses to be the president of the United States, lead this great country.
He's a free will.
So because he chose to do that, we still should I think we still should honor him by paying him like a great individual, like the great individual he is. Now, we don't have a great individual in the office, but in a perfect world,
In a perfect world.
Well,
in a
if you
perfect
look
world.
at if you look at
so I think
past
they should make
presidents-
way more than $300,000.
If you look at past presidents, one, they get taken care of for the rest of their life. I mean, they don't have to do anything. They get a salary for the rest of their life.
over
They
200
get-
grand.
They get somewhere to live and all that stuff. It's
They
all
should.
paid for it, and they get the Secret Service and all that stuff. So they have a
They
good
should.
life. Second, if you look at Bush, I'll use Bush as an example.
Mm-hmm.
He was able to negotiate contracts over in Iran, Iraq, or wherever it is. That now his oil company, his family's business is thriving over there. So you can look at that.
Look
There-
at what?
That he has a business. He's striving
But
for
he's
being
always-
a president.
they've
But they
always had a business.
But
They've
they were
always
able to
had
get
a
those
business.
contracts, negotiate, and do different things like that. So being the president gives you some kind of. I mean, it's like being a superstar, like being an athlete, right? And you know
But I
about
don't-
football.
he doesn't-
You
he
know about
doesn't-
football.
okay.
You've been running the free world, so people want to do business
you
with
got-
somebody they think is.
they always
yeah.
got something to
They,
fall
they get
back on.
something to fall back on. So that's what I'm saying. So there's privileges you
No,
do
not
get from
all
being
of
the
them.
president.
Not- I
Not
mean,
all of them do.
not
I ain't never
all
heard no
of
broke
them.
president.
They all
They're-
pretty damn good. We're living well off. They got
Well,
businesses after
because-
that turned out to be great businesses. Yeah. So I mean, it's I mean,
No,
it's like
I don't.
any
I don't
business.
agree with that. They do all do well afterwards because they were the president.
But like you
So
said, they
they're
were
taken
already
care of.
intelligent, great, good people.
Exactly.
So they made good
So
decisions.
I
and
think
which
that these
makes them
people,
rich.
these people who became president, were going to be great no matter what.
I
And the
agree
reason
with
why
you.
they were doing all right before they got president because they moved up through the ranks of
Right.
of government, which paid them. I mean, seriously, Obama wasn't rich
No.
before he was president.
No, he was just a lawyer.
Yeah.
I mean,
But
he
he's
was
got
doing
books,
well.
movies, this, that.
Well, he
all
was
that
a
stuff.
lawyer a long time ago.
Yeah.
Been
Yeah,
a
he was a lawyer,
politician.
but
Yeah.
that,
But he's
most of
been
them
a
are.
politician. But he's been
Yeah.
a politician
Yeah.
for a
Yeah.
while now.
Yeah, well, he got into politics. Most of them are all practically lawyers.
No,
They
You
got
know
into
what?
Not
politics.
necessarily.
And one thing I'm gonna give about him
Because
credit
Bush
for,
wasn't.
Yeah, he wasn't. One thing we give him
Wasn't
credit
he?
for
No.
is
He was
that
the
I
governor
never
of
heard
whatchamacallit.
Obama say, "I'm
There-
smart."
a lot of 'em
I
were-
went to the school.
Um,
Donald Trump
no,
said
go
that.
ahead.
He got on TV and said, "I'm a smart guy. I went to this school." I never heard Obama say nothing like that.
I mean,
But-
whatever. I mean,
Hey, it's hard.
You think
It's
he
hard
should
for
make
me.
more? That's fine,
No,
but
no, I'm okay with
I
his
just
salary.
think I don't think he should make more. I think the president
I'm okay
should
with
make
his
more.
salary.
And so when I say about but the whole point was that I just think that, truthfully, I just think that what you were saying.
About what he has to spend on his dollar compared to what I can spend on my dollar.
Yeah, I was just saying that it's.
I think they
just
would
don't believe-
understand better. Don't you think? Say this. Say if we gave him another $100,000.
I don't think that they do. I don't think that they're getting no more than what they, because okay, what I think that they're getting is they're getting a high salary. Okay, period.
Okay.
Then the rest of the stuff that they're getting,
Yeah.
is like, we're not talking about the president. We're talking about like a senator or something, right?
Oh,
So because
yeah.
everybody's pay rate is different.
Right.
Of course, when we talk about the president, of course he's going to have that security for the rest of his life.
Yeah.
You got to have security around the president. There's still crazy people out there who want to go after, say, an Obama.
Yeah.
Who want to go after. So you have to have that security, that type of security. So they should have that. The president, ex-president, having a house. I mean, really, is that an issue? Do they? I mean, what I'm saying is, you say that, but
No, I'm fine with the
in reality, no. But in reality, are they really? What presidents hurting enough that don't have a house?
And I'm not saying that, Eric.
None of them
all
should
Okay,
all
but
of
no.
them.
Let me finish.
I'm not saying that.
I'm not saying, but I'm saying that's never really an issue anyway.
No.
It's never really an issue, so you shouldn't even bring that up. But if you did say they should have a house, I understand why they should, because it's the same way the government should be doing for veterans.
Yeah.
For veterans that served so many
Definitely.
years in the thing, they shouldn't have to worry about
Especially
not
if they
having a
were
house.
wounded veterans.
They shouldn't have to worry about not having a house.
Yeah.
They should be able to have the same type of thing. So the stuff that they're doing for politicians, I agree with, but I think that they should be doing the same things for other. There's a flag though, it's coming back. They should be doing it for maybe for veterans too. So I understand that with the way people are, the money that people are making nowadays, I can understand a politician making say $100 and something $1,000 a year or $200,000.
Yeah, because that's the position you get paid.
I mean,
for.
because it's that
But-
position.
but-
It's an important position.
get it.
I still don't. I
I
don't
get
think.
it.
I don't think you. I think
Who
y'all
doesn't
get
want
it,
that?
but I don't think y'all get it. And I really don't want to. I'm not trying to argue because we're going back and forth with this, but it's really this. I guess I need to say it a different way. If a person have to deal with the stresses that you have to deal with every day, getting your kid, like I said, getting your kids to school, doing the things you need to do, everything you have to do every day to make your life function, and it doesn't matter if you're making a good salary or a bad salary. If you don't have to deal with all that stuff, you're not in the fight and the struggle. You don't understand. You don't understand how it feels to have your money taken from you when you felt like I just worked 40 damn hours and now I got to give up all this money.
You know what that argument would be?
It's not the same, bro. I just don't feel like it's the same.
You know what that argument would be? The argument would be is like, not only do we have to worry about getting our kids to school, but we got to worry about getting a nation of kids to school. You're talking about working 40 hours and we're working round the clock. And hang on, Kevin. I'm not saying this because this would be the same way of me and you talking about you're talking about me and you going to work and the stress of my job, the stress of me having to do what I have to do with my job. We're not arguing. Of course, there's people who have the same argument. Say me and Tony. I'm not saying this. I'm just using this as an example. Me and Tony had the same job. I might not do my job well at all.
Mm-hmm.
I might be half-stepping, but I have the same argument because we had the same thing. So as a politician, if he's doing what he's supposed to be doing, then his responsibilities are ours times 100 because he's looking out for every motherfucker who put him in that office. He has to take care of. So that if he's doing what he's supposed to be doing, his stress is probably ours times 100 because he's dealing. And when shit goes wrong, when he's watching the news at night and he sees that people in Flint, Michigan don't have water, and he's sitting there looking at that, that's stress. But it's not just stress about Junior getting to school.
Mm-hmm.
That's stress about there's thousands of kids who ain't got drinking water.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is we can't, just like we can't lump all black people together and say that we will argue and say you can't say all black people are this way. And so because we're all different, we can't, as much as it pains me to say it, you can't lump all politicians together. Because some politicians may have a good heart. They may be trying to do what they're supposed to be doing. And they might go to bed every night, try to go to bed every night with tons and tons of stress, including the stress of their own kids getting to where they have to be. And on top of that, because their dad is a no good politician, they got to worry about getting beat up and everything else because their dad is a fucking,
True. So now I go back to a point. And why aren't you voting again?
Why ain't I voting? So what's your point?
What my point is this: you don't believe in these politicians. You said it's a waste of time.
Yes.
Because you don't believe in it. You don't trust that they're doing exactly what you just said. They're not doing their job. And unfortunately,
no, I did not say.
Privilege.
See, that's what I'm. How do you get that? I never said they weren't doing their job.
You feel like they're not getting what you said.
I said.
Again.
Matter of fact, I said the opposite. I said there are politicians. There are some politicians out there who are really trying.
You did say that right now.
I said that me and Tony, when I was giving an example of regular people, when you was talking about how we have to deal with the stress of the life. I mean, doing what we do at work and whatever else. I said there's some people who me and him had the same job. Yeah. But some of us. I might have the same. What I'm saying is the same conviction, the same speaking the same talk as him, but I'm not doing my job well. Right. Just like a politician might be. What I'm saying. So when you say get to your point. I'm like, so what's your point about? It's not that I don't believe in the politicians. I believe that, especially at the local level, there might be politicians that. Or for the good of, especially might benefit what it is that I believe in and shit. Right. I don't believe in the system. I don't believe that once you put like a perfect example, Obama, once you put him in position, everything around him makes sure that he's not going to succeed because they don't want it.
He doesn't have absolute power.
What you're saying is, even though they might be trying to fight at a local level, they make sure he's not allowed to make those corrections to make the system
They
better.
make sure we never. They make sure we never.
There is no need to vote for
No,
those
I didn't
people.
say that. I said I'm not voting because I don't believe. I would never ever tell nobody to vote, not to vote. I don't believe in it because I believe that in the way, and this is only my belief. I believe that they're gonna make sure, and goes back to what we was talking about earlier. I believe that they make us believe that we're making a difference all along. That this is the difference right here. Y'all can't see me, but I'm saying this is the difference right here. While they're on the outside making sure that we only get so much, and they always in the bigger circle that we never gonna get to, make sure that it may seem like we're making a
We're
difference,
making a step forward.
but
yeah.
we're only making a couple of steps forward, like we did with Obama,
And then
only to come all the way
back
fucking back
and start over
to
again.
worse than before. I
Yeah,
can't.
two
we,
steps behind where we started from.
This is the worst in our lifetime. Think about our lifetime. So who's the first president we can think of? The first president I remember is Carter, but
Carter.
we're before that.
Even
Ford-
then, that
Yeah, Carter was the first
Ford-
one I really
Remember,
Yeah.
things
Well,
are
yeah.
Gerald
things
Ford.
are worse. If we
yeah.
think now, if we think about the racial tension, this is the worst it's been in our lifetime, as far as it being spoke every day in
our generation.
every
Yeah,
news.
yeah.
When you turn on the news, it does not go without a race story, without the president saying something crazy,
Yeah.
without so we've took so many steps back when we thought we were so far ahead.
Yeah, it's a hard thing, man. And just where we stop, but making a lot of
We'll call
money.
this I guess this would be the race
Yeah.
podcast.
Making a lot of money, no matter
Hey, it's
no
all
matter
right.
how you
It's all
turn
right.
it. Like Tony, you said it'd be great to make $80,000. You just like
And that's just being humble.
that's just being great to make $80,000.
There's still
But
people. There's people laughing at us. When we say
Yeah.
that, they're like,
somebody saying, man, I
Don't
just
you want
wanna-
more?
When
No.
I was a kid, I heard somebody say, I make $10 an hour. I was like, shit, damn, I love to make $10 an hour. I'd be balling with $10 an hour because I was making $3.35. You know what I mean? Thinking that's a lot of money. But
yeah,
then
we've
what
all
people
been there.
realize, what you realize when you get to $10 an hour is that you are spending $12 an hour. You know what I mean? When you get to 20, you spending 25. When you
but
get
that's
to 30,
no,
you
that's
spend
not true.
35.
That's living beyond your means.
Exactly. That's
Not-
what that
not-
is.
not-
Yes,
not
that is.
necessarily.
Yes,
Not
that
necessarily.
is.
Wait a minute.
Not necessarily.
What you
Hold on,
no,
hold on,
that's
hold
what
on, hold on,
you
hold on.
chose. You
Hold on.
chose
Doing
to
the same
spend
thing.
Hold on,
more
hold
than
on,
what you
hold on.
make.
Listen to yourself.
Go ahead,
now.
go ahead.
Listen to yourself. When you're by yourself, an apartment for you is fine. Say that's $500. You get a girl. Now she needs a little bit more space. She like to have maybe not an apartment. Maybe she
See,
wants a
that's
house.
already living beyond
Wait a
your
minute,
means.
Wait a minute. Maybe she wants a house. Now you have a house, right? So you have a house. You
If
have
you
two
can.
kids, 2.5 kids and a dog, right? Now you need 3 rooms, right, for your house. You got a car. She got a car.
You said
You got
2.5 kids.
I'm just saying.
No.
That's the
Okay.
American dream. Right there's the American dream. We want the 2.5
Have you so
kids.
you so
the dog.
California is
That's
crazy.
That's not the American dream. Nobody wants a regular house, a wife,
Kev,
and 2 kids.
that's
and
the- no.
that's
You
the dream,
can.
bro.
Nobody's gonna allow you. Nobody's gonna allow you
God.
to do that.
That's what Kev. Listen for a
Nobody.
minute. Listen for a
Nobody's
minute.
gonna allow
Kev.
you to do that.
That's the promise of America.
That is not who's promised that.
Oh my God.
You know what's
Who has promised
guaranteed?
that?
What's
Taxes and death.
That's it.
Who
I know
wants that?
I know that.
Nobody wants that.
Everybody gets
So
it.
Kev, what you just said is so crazy to me. This shows me that you don't understand what
you
I'm
don't,
saying.
You don't believe that's the American dream?
No, what I don't believe is that what you're saying is that when Tony said what you just said is living beyond your means, and you said, how is that living beyond your means? Because first of all, if you make $5 an hour, and you start talking about, because we're just gonna say $5 an hour, right?
Uh-huh.
If you make $5 an hour, when you start talking about living in a house, you're living beyond your dream. Now let me finish. Because this is just reality. If you know that you're making $5 an hour, what the fuck are you doing with 2 cars? You need to share a car. It's been done. People
take a
do
bus.
this. And you be so. And hang on, Kev, because this is why I tell you to get off your high horse and shit.
I'm not on the high horse.
Let me finish, because there's people right now. And I know we're not heard about a lot of people, but there's people right now who are living with 1 car, who are saying to themselves, we get by every day with 1 car. So then, not only did you throw that shit in it, you talk about, well, the wife wants to live in a bigger house and shit, which is not even an option when you're making $5 an hour. But your self-conceited ass went and got a dog on top of that. and you can't even fucking afford to feed your own. You can barely get by. So what I'm saying is,
2.5
everything
kids.
that you just
2.5
said,
kids.
everything that you just said was exactly what Tony said. You're living beyond your means.
You see,
You can't-
see,
so
if
you
you
can't-
if you say what you say, if people were to live the way you're saying, what you're saying right now, I make $5, so I'm not going to inspire to live no more than my $5.
You can inspire
If you
doesn't mean
say that,
spend.
you will always make $5.
Kevin, you're so.
Yes, you will.
Kevin,
you will always make $5.
You're gonna listen
You
back to
have
this, Kev.
No, Eric, this is something I know from living it.
So tell
I
me what
know-
inspire means.
To me, it means you have to put a dream out there, or you have to want something, and then you have to figure out a way of
Okay,
going to get
You
there.
so
gotta
it does
make
not
more.
mean
You gotta make more money. So what is that gonna be? Is that gonna be education?
so you're saying-
that's gonna be promotion? That's gonna be something to get you to get what you want.
Kev, you're saying-
you have to inspire to be better. You can't sit there and say $5 is enough for me if I want more for my family.
You can inspire to be whatever the hell the fuck you want to be.
That's right.
But don't go out and spend it before you have it.
I didn't say. I'm just telling you that most people. This is most people, and now you can go check. You're gonna see for yourself. If they're making $10 an hour, Eric, most of them say to themselves, "Man, I would love to go on this trip."
That's not what you said.
Some people say. Well, I can't afford the trip. I'm gonna go ahead and save. Some people say, "Fuck that. I'm gonna go on the trip, and then I'll figure out how to pay my bills anyway." A lot of people do it the way that I'm saying, which is the backwards way. They go do what they want to do, and then
See,
they
So-
hang on,
okay,
before
so-
you, Tony,
way.
before you say that, I got to call him out because he's doing it again.
I'm not. Go ahead.
Hang on. You said I'm not. You don't even know what I. So what am I gonna say you were doing?
You could have tried to say. That
I just said he's doing it again. He said I'm not. So what am I saying?
recanting. I'm not recanting my statement. I'm not saying a different way.
What you're doing is you're riding the fence again, and you're going from side to
see, I knew you
side
was
to
gonna say
side. Because what you said to begin with is that most people that you said if you no that's not what you said.
I said if you
Hang
make
on.
$5,
no,
you
you said
spending
if you
12.
spend exactly
Yeah,
if you're making
but-
$5, you spending 12. If you're
whatever
making
it is.
$12, you spending 20.
Yeah.
And 12 and Kevin said if you're doing that, Tony said if you're doing that, then you're living beyond your means. And we said exactly. You said no. You said and so when you start talking about you have to inspire, I'm like, yes, inspiring is great, but you don't spend more than what you make and then call that inspired.
No.
So just to bring it all around and stuff, I just figured I don't know how we went 6 ways, but it's still coming back to the voting thing. I just maybe it's just laziness, but tomorrow I'm gonna make the decision tomorrow, man. Tomorrow's voting day, and if I vote, it's gonna be me grabbing my ballot and doing the voting right then and taking it to wherever it's got to be taken to. I've never waited to this point though.
You gonna get your sticker?
The sticker's just another way of letting the white man know that you
Property. Stupid.
that you falling for it. Nah, I
mail mine in.
Of course I get the sticker.
They ain't gonna see nothing to me.
Of course I get the
So
sticker.
you gonna vote?
No, I didn't say that. I'm just the way I feel right now. Nah, I ain't voting. I'm fed. I'm tired of it, bro. I'm just through with it.
All right.
Y'all are voting though.
Hell
But-
yeah, I'm voting.
So you already voted?
I already mailed mine in.
You already mailed yours in?
I got mine in there.
Beige nigga. Old beige folks,
I
man.
gotta use stamps.
Mine is unfilled out, but I got it in there.
What?
You know how you can fill that? You can pre-fill out the little thing they send you. Eric, you don't know about the little pamphlet thing they send you?
Eric doesn't vote.
Oh, you don't vote?
I do vote. What are you talking about?
Oh,
You
yeah.
talking about the pamphlet? So you filled out the pamphlet.
Yeah, so that way when you
So
go in there, you
so
can
so
fill
when
it
you get
out.
your
Yeah.
ballot, you can just go and look and see
Yeah.
which one you did.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah, I did that before. I wish my girl was here. She'd tell you. I sit there on the coffee table with the pamphlets and I save all the damn flyers and shit. So when I get ready, when I get ready to do it, I look at every pamphlet. I look at all that shit, see what they're talking about, and then I might Google some shit, and then I make my decision.
But anyway, man, just for all y'all, just go vote, because then you can't complain if you didn't vote.
Bullshit.
You know what I mean? Just vote. If you don't,
Bullshit.
don't. But can't complain.
Nigga, you farted?
Hell no.
It's hot.
Oh.
It's hot in her.
Yeah.
Don't be farting in this little ass room.
No.
Your favorite rapper?
Yeah. No.
Speaking of, is there any new music before we get out of here?
Nah, not that I see any.
This is a long show. It was
Politics,
it was
baby.
way more serious than what we usually do.
Politics.
But I guess with all the vote talking and shit, that's all we've been hearing is vote, 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 vote. And in me and Tony's job, I know it's a lot of votings everywhere around us.
Some bullshit.
Uh,
A lot of bullshit.
so it is what it is. But just to go through some stuff real quick before we end. So you said there was really no music drop.
None of that, like,
Anything real special? We missed last week, so we're not gonna go into it. But we really wanted to talk. We really missed out talking about that girl. What was her name? I forget her name. Who swore she wasn't black? Treasure or some bullshit like
yeah,
that.
Treasure.
Some shit.
Somebody do a DNA test.
Yeah, I would have loved. She ain't got to do no DNA test. She was black
You
as
ain't got
fuck.
no- you
Black
ain't
as
gotta-
Cleveland.
You ain't
Yeah,
gotta
she
do no DNA
DNA
test.
test.
Bunch of black people.
I don't know what she was thinking about. It was all bullshit anyway. But she had that story. That story just disappeared too.
Yeah, once her sister came out and said
Yeah,
how
like, that shit
full of
just
crap she
disappeared.
was.
Then
Talking shit.
Troops at the border. Did we say anything on that? I know we was talking about hollering about that.
Yeah, unfortunately, man, these Trump's got troops by the border.
more troops. He's ordered more
Yeah.
troops.
But he's talking crazy,
Arizona,
man.
Texas,
Yeah,
and
and he's
Canada.
talking crazy. And
shooting
that,
people. That's
I
just
think
fucking
I just
ridiculous.
think he's talking. We're not gonna go all into it, but I just think he's doing that crazy stuff because, like I say, it's voting time.
Fuck that shit.
So the
Yeah,
crazier
yeah,
he
yeah.
can be, the more the radicals come out and support what he's talking about and shit.
Taking a human life is crazy. I don't care about how the fuck you say that. I mean, that's just,
At the same time, there has been some border patrol agents that were killed by them throwing rocks at them. So I don't know why they didn't dodge, but I don't know.
But can we just get the rubber pellets or whatever the shit is, or
Hmm,
the
why they
bean
didn't
bags and
dodge.
all that shit, and just
Of
bust
course
them up?
Somebody
of course they dodge, nigga. Don't nobody just stand there and get a rock thrown at them. Of course you dodge. Kind of stupid
you
shit
hear
you
me?
got to
They,
say.
they dodged.
died.
They dip dodged.
But they didn't die from a rock.
That's what they reported.
No, they
died from getting
didn't.
hit by rocks.
Man, nigga, pause. I want to see this shit.
I'm just saying.
This nigga died from somebody getting a rock thrown at him?
They said they reported like just 2 border patrol agents died because they
From
were
a
chucking
rock.
rocks, from chucking
Damn.
rocks at them.
Yeah, I need to read this story.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. You should have said when you mentioned it, you didn't say the nigga died from it.
I did.
You did.
Yeah, you just missed that one.
No, bullshit.
Nah,
Okay.
Nah.
You didn't say that.
We'll listen to it.
Yeah, no, it wasn't on. It wasn't on tape. It wasn't on video.
No, it'll be-
It wasn't on whatchamacallit. Wait.
Wait a minute.
Wait. We recording.
Oh, fuck.
But we were recording then. You said that they were throwing rocks. You didn't
I
say
said
the
2
motherfuckers
border
died.
patrol, 2 border patrol cops or whatever. They
Died
died
from rock throwing.
Yeah, that's why I said. How come they didn't dodge it? But they didn't. I mean,
You know
obviously-
what?
you let them
that
have it
kind of
after that.
changes things a little bit. If motherfuckers is dying from rock throwing, then you might have to shoot them.
Yeah, but you could shoot them with other shit. They hurt. hella
No,
bad.
I just died. My boy just died from your rock. So I might have to shoot you or whatever. I might have to shoot you with something that's gonna kill you, just like you killed
Well,
my man.
like you
So-
said,
so
if
the
a bean bag coming out of a goddamn shotgun don't kill him, just
So-
don't
But
want to rock
okay,
with.
why you want to hurt him?
It's the same
Okay,
as the rock.
I want to kill him.
So the president can say all he wants, but the military says they're gonna follow rules of engagement,
Yeah, there you go.
whatever the fuck that means.
I don't know. What
Oh, you know what? I know exactly what they mean.
You know what that means? According to a rock, though. You know what it means when we're talking about
I know
rules of
the
engagement,
rules of engagement, not
with regular
somebody
war.
throwing rocks.
We're
Yeah.
talking about rocks.
Yeah.
Mm,
So what's the rules of engagement for rock throwers?
A couple
Shit.
of rubber pellets. But see,
Yeah.
no, wait a minute.
Until it
That's
kills
what I'm
them.
saying.
No,
Rubber
but wait a
pellet.
minute.
It's rubber
The rule-
pellet until it kills
You can-
somebody.
if they're on the Mexican side of the border, you cannot even aim a gun or anything towards that side.
Damn.
You can't do nothing. They have to step over the borderline to the
See,
U.S.
but
before you
think
do
So
about
if
no,
the
no,
rock
no, no,
comes
no,
So they
up-
can
no,
chuck,
no.
they can chuck all the rocks they want.
No,
from
no, no, no,
that
no.
border.
That's where.
Oh.
That's.
No,
I
no.
think that. I think.
Uh-oh.
I think that's where it changes at.
Yeah.
We're not gonna go in long with this, but I think that's where the rules of engagement come in. Is once, and we're talking about rock throwing, but in rules of engagement, once bullets start coming from that side, rules of engagement, you can start shooting back.
Yeah.
So that's where the rules.
I'm
I'm
thinking that's
thinking
what it is. Yeah.
that's where the rules of engagement come in. So yeah, up until the point he start throwing the rocks,
Yeah.
whatever the repercussions of throwing rocks is, I don't know. He's saying shoot him. I mean, that's what President Trump is saying,
Yeah,
shoot
he
him.
said, think of it as a rifle.
But I'm saying that whatever it is that you're supposed to do, you need to start doing it when they start. I mean, up until that point, yeah, you can't point nothing at that. You can't do
point
nothing
across that border.
until you start throwing rocks and killing my men. Now,
Man, you
we
can't
gotta
even.
You know what?
You can't
I-
even aim a
I
gun
can't believe
towards
they were
that way.
killing motherfuckers with a rock throw. That's a hard.
Yeah,
What kind of rock are they throwing? That motherfucker's got some arm on him.
I'm not. I'm not
David,
gonna even.
He's David
Wait,
Justice.
if
I'm
you
not gonna do
killing,
that. I'm not.
bro, I'm not trying to be funny. I'm saying if you killing the motherfucker with a
Nolan
rock
Ryan,
throwing,
J.R.
you
Richards.
gotta be a bad. You got an arm on you, bro.
Damn, that's what I'm saying.
Because I ain't threw many a rocks. I ain't
Mm-hmm.
never killed nobody.
That you know of.
Nah, nigga, I ain't never killed nobody with no rock.
See,
I ain't never knew a nigga that got killed with a rock.
Damn.
I don't.
Does
know.
anybody know? Does anybody know anybody got killed by a rock?
No,
I don't.
not me.
Tony, don't lie. Don't,
Damn,
this
he's
nigga-
searching the history.
Man,
What island
Tony
was you
don't
on?
know nobody
Goliath.
got killed by no rock.
What island
Goliath.
was you on?
Goliath.
Yeah.
Goliath.
Damn.
So
Goliath.
So yeah, I mean, we missed out on some topics last week
Yeah.
because we had some shit going on, but we back and we probably won't miss too much.
Nah, we own it.
we
own
might
it.
not. We got the holidays coming up, so there's no telling.
Yeah, well, you might get some holiday. You might get some sweet potato pie versions.
What?
Tony,
Sweet potato
TD
virgins.
Tony,
What? Oh,
Tony eat
Versions.
potato.
sweet potatoes.
Tony
Sweet
eat
potato pie.
you eat
good.
pumpkin pie.
You eat pumpkin pie?
Tony do.
Oh, Tone. dog.
Pumpkin,
he
sweet
beige.
potato.
Beige cats.
Oh,
What's wrong with y'all?
Man, I ain't
What's
never
wrong-
had
nothing
no
wrong
pumpkin
with
pie,
us.
bruh.
Then how you know what
Nothing
it
wrong
tastes
with
like?
us.
I don't know, but I just know that it's something brothers don't eat.
We eat sweet potato pie.
Okay.
I
I eat
ain't-
sweet potato pie.
That's because you mixed.
Yeah, that's true.
You eat all this shit.
I eat all that shit. That's true.
Don't know about no
okay.
pumpkin pie.
True
You
that.
ate all that shit.
Shit.
You
All
nigga ate
that- I eat all that
ate
shit.
all that
That's
shit.
sick.
Yeah, that motherfucker is sweet. I'm eating it, man. Shit. But anyway.
So yeah, I think we done.
Let's go.
Suck.
Oh, hang on, I ain't done. No.
Say, oh shit, who the fuck?
Yeah, I'm done. Go ahead.
Okay.
Damn.
That's it.
Yeah.
Well,
That's the
unfortunately,
motherfucking show.
we had to talk about politics because
It's all around
it's
us.
voting. And that's what's going on in the world.
It's boiling.
Hopefully, we talk about better things next week.
Hopefully, of course, we're gonna talk about that.
Man,
it wasn't
you know,
that bad.
I mean, this
It wasn't bad, bro. You gotta talk. There's some shit that's gonna sound boring.
It's
You
another
gotta talk.
sucky ass show. Shut up. Hit us on IG.
God
My
damn.
bad. It's your show. My bad.
God
My bad.
damn. I guess.
I need both you motherfuckers to
I
get the
guess I'm
fuck
gonna
out.
shut up.
no, man.
Tony, you
Hit
spoke.
it. No. Hit us on IG. Let us know how the show went. Let us know you voting.
Vote, people. Vote.
All right.
All I gotta say is peace.
Love you, ma.
I'm gonna whip your ass, nigga.
Fuck you.
Bitch ass. You gonna embarrass me in front of people like that?
Man,
Lost
hey,
your
listen.
mind.